exercise. So it's like somebody lying like this, looking up, this left, this right, and you're doing slices through the brain. You see this spot here? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. That we call cavernous angioma. Let me just see if I can find a good spot. That one.
So that's the right side?
Left.
Left, okay.
Left. Left. This, it's called a cavernous angioma. I used to see this a lot when I was at the University of New Mexico, usually in adults. Usually just means that your blood vessels, when blood vessels are kind of forming, you have arteries, then veins, then you get capillaries, right? Sometimes you just have too much of the vessels, and then kind of follow the same pattern of kind of getting big vessels, small vessels, and then they branch off again. Sometimes you just have too much of the same collection of the same blood vessels, which aren't differentiated. The only danger of this in the future is that sometimes they can bleed. Okay.
Can it cause a stroke by being blocked in there?
It can cause bleeding, which is a stroke, some sort of a stroke. Mm-hmm. But right now, it's not showing that it has bled. We used to see a lot of these, and usually sometimes people go through life without anything happening. In a few cases, they might bleed. That's when you can start to get some symptoms, or if it's close to a structure that is kind of, let's say like where the brainstem is, where it controls the breathing center and all that, but it's far away from that. So as far as this is concerned at this moment, it shouldn't cause any issues. But what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna send a referral to a neurosurgeon, okay, a brain surgeon, so they can take a look at it, and then they give a timeline of how often they're gonna follow that. They might say, oh, every year or every 2 years we'll do a follow-up MRI if it's doing okay. Most of the time when people have this bleed, which you would have seen on the CT scan, is that usually they present with a big seizure. And I'm talking about a big seizure. A big seizure. Sometimes they can present with that. They might have some funny looking features, or just like a stroke. But it should be a stroke due to a bleed. Okay? Oh. Man. Okay. Okay. So, any one of you can do an MRI for something else and then you find one. But sometimes it's not because it has bled, it's because you're doing investigation for something else, maybe you had a headache or something, and then you find one. So most of them, most of the time, even if you read up, they are like what you call incidental finding, meaning that you were looking for something else and then you found it. Right. But it's not causing symptoms at that time. So there's nothing to do with
But it is causing symptoms.
No.
No, that hasn't.
No, it's not causing bleeding symptoms here. It's not pressing on anything else that would cause symptoms.